Okay, hi. Hi everyone, and a very warm welcome to this super special. Oh, I'm so excited to share and introduce Cindy Stal, who has created, oh my God, the most incredible. I can't wait to share these. They are so cool and they're so vibrant and so special. And I can't wait to talk to you all about Cindy and what she does and the magic that she brings into the world. And yeah, so hi, Cindy.
Hi.
So happy that you're here.
Yeah,
Yeah, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what you do and anything and everything?
yeah, sure. Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me. And I'm Cindy, and I am a women's empowerment coach. I have been in business ever since my oldest son is, I think, was 1.5, so about 10 years now. And um, I just love coaching women, especially around. I especially love coaching moms, but also women with sexual abuse, mostly in sexual empowerment, entrepreneurs. But in general, a woman doesn't need to be an entrepreneur. I want her to have a big goal, and most of all, a passion for something. I want to coach heart-led women. I don't just want to coach a 7-figure entrepreneur and go online and say, hey, I have a new 7-figure client or whatever it is. I want a woman to have heart for what she does, and especially, yeah, for the generations to come,
Mm.
and help them live the life that they want. That I don't have to choose, for example, between being with the kids or being in a business and building a business to 7 figures or being with your children. I truly believe that through sexual energy, we don't have to choose to working with sexual energy. And yeah, that's what I coach my women on. I think it's mostly in liberating their voice, liberating a passion, and most of all, guiding them in goals that they didn't feel before. Because they come to me with a big desire, but I always find the biggest desire under the bigger desire. I think it's like women limit themselves. It's almost like we censor desires, and I love to dive deep and get it all out and then, yeah, build it successfully.
Mm. I get just such a sense of like liberation just
Yeah.
listening to you. And I know when we connect, like, is this feeling here that you're here for the bigger picture. You're here to like create those really big, amazing ripples that go beyond us right now, but into like all the women who are feeding that into the next generations and like bringing that awareness that women can like rise up and kind of have both. I'm not going to say have it all because it's like have all that they desire, right?
Yeah.
I just think that what you stand for is is everything that we need to be heading into. It's that sense of like expansion and trust and like this pussy oracle. I mean, it's next level of leadership because this is like groundbreaking. Nobody's ever done this before. I've searched around and like just going to show everybody. Look
Yeah.
at this. Look at this beautiful, the graphics, the energy, and I'm really sensitive to energy, as you know. And I often get decks, but rarely are they as kind of like deep and unique and authentic and true. And it doesn't feel like there's millions of these. It feels like this is the only one in the world that's right mine. It's just amazing. Like immediately I could feel your energy in it. And it was like alive with energy. It's not like it's been sat on the shelf for years and years. There's just something about it that was really like tuned in, dialed into like a higher vibration. Just
Cool. Yeah, and that's so amazing that you say that, because clients of mine have said the same, that the energy of the deck comes with an energy.
yeah.
And when I was creating the deck, I really I almost want to say protected that, because I truly believe that everything that we do is in transmission, and that is so in our client work. But I think it's maybe not even more, but I was really specific with myself and really intentional that I think I have only one chance to do this right. And as everything is a transmission, I want to be so protective, almost like a chicken on the eggs, for this deck and guard her every step of the way. And the energy that I felt that the deck is about, yeah, keep that sacred and really honor that every step of the way. How frustrating in a way that sometimes has been during the process, at least for me then, personal. But it's truly amazing that a lot of people have said what you just said. So that's
Yes.
that's honoring to me then as well
Yeah.
for the process.
Yeah, I can feel the sacredness of these and the like the uniqueness and the I mean they're just I've never seen anything like them and I think they're just amazing. I'm just going to share with everybody a couple of cards because I
Yeah.
just feel like while we're here, let's just pull a couple of cards. Um, I love these and you know what as well is like they open us up to kind of remembering more of ourselves, more of our body. Like there's so much shame and so much like prudish energy. Maybe not so much in Holland, but definitely in England, we're a lot more prudish. And it's like, can we even bring this in? And it's like, yes, yes, we can. We can celebrate, you know, our physical selves, a female form. We can celebrate all of ourselves and use that beautiful power. It's like so amazing. And the card that I've just pulled, pussy breathing, all your answers are within, upgrades and expansion. And look at this. I mean, the beauty of it, but also the simplicity. The simplicity of the message that is so wise that it doesn't need millions of words on it. It's just really, and look at this one, trust the process, allow beauty become present. I mean, they're just
I
exquisite.
love her.
Yeah. So they're just so pure. I'm just going to share a couple more because I just think
Mhm.
they're so um they're so pure in their energy. This one is radiance, clarity, set yourself free and step up. Look at this. Look at her. She's just stunning. And let me just find one more that just kind of, oh, I love this one. This is one of my favorites. Galactic Gateway,
Oh yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
be normal, never dim to fit in, unearthly wisdom. Oh, I get the tingles. Just gorgeous. And they are all like this. They all are really unique and they really speak to something deep within. So I know that you've like really channeled these messages, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, I channeled the deck when I was pregnant with our daughter. And then, yeah, as you know, she was stillborn. So this deck has been with me for almost 2 years then. Yeah, almost 2 years, because I planned to start Creator. I downloaded the yeah, how do you say that? The all the cards and their messages in short. And then I planned to start creating it when she was born and when I was back in business, and then she was stillborn. And it took me quite some time to come back into business. But I think as the deck is about reclaiming your power, I think everything that has happened has been an addition and extra depth. And because after I reclaimed my power, I went over the cards and sat with each of them and really felt, how can I deepen this even more without it being complex? Because I wanted the deck to be there for the woman who is at home with her kids and just wants some extra me time and wants to work with a deck. And deep, I wanted the deck to really speak to every woman at each stage, because I think that's amazing. With our coaching, women have to be at a certain level to step in, to really let it be magical. But I truly believe with products like these or with books that if we are really intentional with what we do, then a deck like this can speak to every woman wherever she is,
Yeah.
from the woman just being with her kids and just using it for me time and letting it open her step by step, really gentle, really loving,
Mm.
or for the woman who is working with a desire that says, I want to create my first 100K month, and she needs a bit more power or maybe even self-love, whatever it is, but being able for the mom at home and the woman building her first 100K month. It's, yeah, I almost want to say it's for everyone. It's even, we talked about that a couple weeks back, it's even for the woman who thinks, pussy, I don't know. I don't think it's for me. And I think, oh, yes, it's for you. It's for you.
Yeah. And the intentionality that you created these, like it comes through, like I can feel that you've felt into every single stage of this. So it's just, yeah, it's not overcomplicated. It lands at just the right, perfect pitch. And it is for everybody. And yeah, like if there are people watching and listening and they're like, oh, pussy, like, I'm not sure that really resonates. Like, it's more than just a word and it's more than just a part of us. It's like it's tapping into something bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe it's the best confirmation of that is because I channeled it while I was pregnant. It's not like when we are pregnant, we are all, yeah, in a way we are in pussy energy, but I think there are other stages in our lives when we are more in, if it's a pussy energy, I don't know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I truly believe it can touch every woman exactly where she is, because sexual energy, and to me the deck is about reclaiming your sexual energy,
Mhm.
and sexual energy draws us in. She calls us. So when the deck speaks to you, even if it's through a trigger, then she's calling you, and she's calling you to, yeah, to open your heart and connect her with your pussy, and with
Mm.
that reclaim your magic.
Yeah. And I feel like they're very earthy. They're very sort of like grounded. They're very rooted in earth energy. So, and of course, pussy in our root chakra, so very sort of rooted in the everything and the wholeness of ourselves. Um, and kind of like bringing that up, like, so some people might um, use the heart as a place of like, this is what I follow my intuition, I follow my heart. And you're saying, remember the pussy, remember this part of yourself. Is that right? Is it, do you like use it like a lot of people might use the heart as their center?
Yeah, I believe that we have to connect both, because that's exactly where, yeah, ages ago they separated women's hearts and pussy, and that's, I think, where it went wrong. So I'm not saying, hey, go all in on pussy, because I think when a woman is all like pussy, 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 and oh, sex, la, 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 all that kind of things, and it's not connected with your heart, then it's too harsh. It's too, yeah, almost dragony in a wrong way, that you're going to destroy a village just with one breath. But if you connect both, a woman liberates her desires, because her desires are planted in our heart, but we are all conditioned. We are conditioned to just eat one cookie. We are conditioned as, no, you don't act like that as a mom. We are conditioned as, oh, you already create six figures with your business. Well, let's just be satisfied. We are
Yeah.
conditioned, 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 conditioned. And when you are in your heart, at least to me, it was like that. The moment I started working with sexual energy,
Mm.
I became only more loving, because there was more to share. Pussy liberated me, opened me to a world that was so much bigger. And
Yeah.
with that, there was more to share. And my heart was already open, it was already loving. And with that, there was more of that.
Yeah. Ooh. got all the tingles then. And I really resonate with this because the root chakra, you know, like that opens our crown, and like if we're blocked in the root, then we can't open our crown, we can't be in deep flow. So by bringing in our attention into our root, into the pussy, into that womb space, like coming deep into ourselves, we're also like activating all the other parts of ourselves, aren't we? And like opening to the expansion, opening to all that we can become, like you are saying, like the liberation of ourselves, and um, like breaking out of all the conditioning. I feel like that's a
Yeah.
really important part of your message, is like this, like everything that we've been told, we're all sort of running on like half measures here, and that this is the time, the era, the age where we just like break out and sort of like are like, okay, now it's time to do it our way, a way
Yeah.
that's intuitively.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you about your story, because I know you've got a particularly juicy story about how you came to create your six figures a long time ago. Yeah, like you, in a way, you defied all the laws. You defied logic, and you went ahead and bloody did it anyway, with such flourish and flair. Yeah, so just tell us a little bit about the beginnings of that.
Yeah, I sometimes think maybe that's my story, because I decided to go start my own business, and 3 months later I was pregnant unexpectedly with my firstborn. And they said I never could have kids, so that was interesting. And when I went for my dream, I became pregnant with Finn. But then that was like, oh my God, I jumped because I just jumped. I didn't have a trust fund or whatever. I think I had 3.5K in the bank then at the time. So I jumped, and then I was pregnant, and I had to find new ways, because I was only used to building things from hustle, I think, really masculine energy, unhealed masculine energy. And my son really invited me to let it be easier. And I think looking back, because I had my first six-figure year when he was 2 years old, and 2 years or 3 years, I don't know. Peppa Pig was in the background. I still remember, so he was around that age when children watch
Yeah.
Peppa Pig. I listened to a lot of Peppa Pig at the time. Um, and he just invited me to do it differently, because I didn't want to bring him to daycare all the time. I had these little pockets of time, and I had to do my rituals, yeah, almost with him around me. I didn't have goddess music. I had Peppa Pig,
Yeah.
and I had Lego and all these stuffs and trucks and whatever around me. There weren't many candles, but it learned me that everything that we look for is already within us. And if we feel it, I think that is the deepest message, then we can create it. And something calls us in, because I saw these goddesses on Instagram with their golden walls and all their candles and stuff, and I thought, but why is this calling me? And I have this life, why? And what do you want?
Yeah.
But then I thought, yeah, but if everything is always working for me, then I have the perfect life now. And God, the universe, wants me to come up with my thing that lets me create the same or bit or better in my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't desire it. And I think that's the first step, because if you see something, if something draws you in, if you desire something, then it's meant for you. And of
Mm.
course, circumstances will say, as we are conditioned, no, you can't, but they are almost like the fuel for your desire, because they ask you to surrender and really, yeah, find your own way, deepen your own medicine, because it is who you are. And I think my clients are very often women that create really easily, and then almost start apologizing for how easy they create, and then create drama, chaos, whatever, all kind of things.
Mm.
And with your sexual energy, you can liberate yourself and just let yourself have more, even though you already have the love, you already have the children, you already have 6 figures, you already have 7 figures. Yeah, let's create more, because it was never about just one creation. It was about this and that creation in itself.
Yeah, growth and that momentum, and
Yeah.
also that you get to do it when you're watching children's TV and you've got trucks and Lego and you haven't got the gold and the candles. So therefore, you can do it any way you choose
Yeah.
with anything that's going around you. And I know now you have a very young baby as well, so you are still in that kind of like time deficit, probably sleep deprivation as well, and you are still like, oh my God, creating, and you're in this momentum, you're in this expansion, you're in the flow, and you're doing it not in that glossy way of everything's perfect, but in your own unique way, like you're riding the waves of expansion with what you have, like making it great, you know, like not feeling like, oh, I'll do it when I X, Y, and Z. You're like, okay, I'm doing it right now. And like you're so resourceful. And I think you model just do it anyway. And
Yeah.
and get it done, and you do it, and it's like you're modeling that for others to see. This is how you create 7 figures. It's not by having everything perfect, or you know, it's just doing what you do, following your pussy, your heart, your intuition, leading yourself. Like you're so good
Yeah.
at that. You're so brilliant at leading yourself, and um yeah, getting it all done. That's ace. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, and I think because I was listening to you, and I think allowing yourself is an important one as well. And that's in one of the cards. And that's what I felt, because I never thought that I could create 7 figures with my business. I wasn't, yeah, how do you say that? My parents didn't teach me, they didn't encourage me. There was nobody in my environment, none of my friends when I started my business, not even my business buddies at the time. So I think allowing yourself to let it be better and better and better and better, almost, there is a better way. There was a better way when I had my first 10K month. There was a better way when I had my first 6 figure year. There is a better way.
Yeah, I'm just going to pull that after just what
Yeah.
you just said then. Look, you are not your DNA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool.
that's exactly it. Like we can come from a space where we haven't been modeled it, or we don't have the trust fund, we don't have the support. You know, nobody is cheering us on. In fact, people probably think that it's, you know, ridiculous, and you know, who are we to say that, or who are we to claim that, or do that thing that is laughable. But then, like, you crack on and do it. And I think this is like, yeah, it's the age of like stepping forward with our power, whatever that looks like for us all. Maybe it's your pussy power, whatever it is, but it's like it's using that energy, isn't it, to propel yourself. And that's what you're doing. So
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fantastic. So you have got your baby, and how old is he? Like 11 months old?
No, he just turned 1.
How did he?
So he's officially no longer a baby. He just turned 1 year a week ago.
Yeah, so you've been traveling for quite a while. You've been juggling, like homeschooling, like so many parts of this would make a new mum be, or not a new mum, but a mum with a baby be like, okay, whew, like now is not the time. But you didn't make that the thing. You made it, okay, now is the time. You took it on, and I think it's testament to your sort of your deep courage and conviction, and your like determination as well to go forward, even if circumstances are not all lining up, you still are doing it, which is like it's amazing to witness that and to see you just okay, and now I go again, and now I pick myself up, and now I go again. It's like it's really inspiring energy, um, to really, you know, see that up close and firsthand is like quite amazing. So like you, yeah, really, really fantastic. And I feel like there's so much more that we can talk about here, Cindy. What else kind of like wants to come up and wants to come through about who you support or how you support them, or yeah, anything else about your pussy oracle, maybe even what's coming, like, yeah, just give us some more, because I know that everybody's going to love listening to this.
I think you what you just said, that there is women shouldn't wait. We tell ourselves so many stories,
Yeah.
but when a desire calls you, then the creation process has already started. And I created the Pussy Oracle while traveling, and I could have thought, no, you should have a stable home base and whatever, but we worked it out and we followed creation, because creation works with energy. And the moment you stop it, you also stop. Yeah, it would almost be like nature wants to grow a pumpkin and we say, no, not now. You know, nothing in nature works like this.
Yeah.
But then women in business tell themselves so many stories.
Mm.
And I think that's one of the biggest things that we have to, yeah, we talk about that a lot, that you have to know what are the stories that you tell yourself. And the more you know yourself,
Mm.
the better your success can be. And maybe not the better, but the more ease you can bring
Yeah.
into the process, and the more you can follow the process. Because if we talk about the Pussy Oracle, she has her own yeah, she is an entity, you know. It's not me. I co-created this
Yeah.
with, yeah, whatever the energy is. She has her own energy, and the more we follow that, even when it's not comfortable, because it will never be comfortable,
Yeah.
and it was never meant to be, you know. I think the more comfortable you are, the less you are in creation. There will be summers in our creation process, but there also will be autumns and winters. And I think those are the things that people avoid. We love the spring, we love summer, but no, it's going to autumn, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if you look at a pumpkin, if you look at a pineapple, I believe needs 18 months to be
Mm.
created.
Yeah.
And as long as you follow the flow and really hold yourself in that process, I think that's also something, you know, learning how to hold energy and how to work with it, and not only go for these quick
Mm.
fixes, but
Yeah.
also in creation, you know, we can make it happen. But then it's not the highest alignment, you know. That's a barter deal. That's this, that's that, da 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 da. It's micromanaging the universe, but you will never get what the universe wanted to give you.
Yeah.
So I think that's an important one as well, and that's most of the work that I do with my clients. It's almost like the, yeah, how do you say that in English? The finesses in energetics, really following this and trusting, almost blindfolded,
Yeah.
walking forward and trusting each step of the process and
Mm.
making magic happen.
Yeah. So it's trusting that place in between, isn't it? Where it looks like I don't even know if this little seed is going to grow or not. And I just have to keep watering it and trusting and, you know, shining the light on it, and um, just trusting it's going to grow, because of course it will, in the right surroundings, the right situation, with the right soil. This little seed will definitely grow. So it's like putting our trust in that and holding the space for it in the middle before it really sprouts up. And yeah, and like, and what I'm hearing from you as well is like being unafraid to do things differently, being going in you, just staying in your own lane basically, and doing your thing, doing the thing that lights you up the most will bring everything. It'll all drop into place and bring it to fruition if it comes from like that really excited, joyful place within us. Um, so yeah, like following the nudges, isn't it? Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, and deciding you are here for the long one, that gives you all the freedom. That gives you the freedom of space, the freedom of time.
Yeah.
and also makes it easier to enjoy the process, because sometimes I think, because if I'm honest, if when I was creating my business, I could have enjoyed the process more.
Yeah.
I could have taken more time. That's what I always tell to my women who just start with their business, relax,
Yeah.
enjoy more, be more in nature, do more in this. And that's what I always notice when I'm with my children. We don't need so much time, because I can do these things when I'm with my children, or when I'm with my children playing like these non-business related stuff. There
Mm.
is space, and my desires need space as well. So when I would have been behind the computer for 8 hours, or would have been with 20 clients, I
Mm.
couldn't never have created the Zero Collect the
Yeah.
way that I did. I
Yeah.
had these nudges when I was with my son, playing in the forest, or at sea, or whatever. You need these times, and then listen, maybe make some notes, maybe record something with your own voice, and then make the time for it when you have the time. Then don't think, oh no, now I don't want it, or no, now it's not aligned. That's the biggest BS and bullshit, I think, in intuitive business alignment.
Yeah.
uh, You create
Mm.
alignment, and alignment is not always glitter pooping unicorns. It's amazing when it concerns unicorns, but alignment also means like we can't see anything. It's still under the ground. We
Mm.
have to trust. We have to water it. Nobody is confirming whatever is happening under the ground, but you have to water it again. That's alignment as well.
Yeah. And I love what you say as well about time, because this is a conversation I'm always having with people, is relax about the time. People always want like the quick result. And it's like, you don't need that. You're in it for the long haul. So relax and enjoy. And then of course, when you relax and enjoy, like all the magic drops in, just like you're saying, like you get to play in the forest and, oh, I'm receiving something really juicy there. I'll just quickly write it down. And if you don't feel in trust, you're like urgently trying to do something, and then you squeeze it too hard, don't you? You kind of
Mhm.
trying to make it.
Yeah, and I think you also see women, because it's almost like it's a medal, and it has two sides. You have this hustle side, and we have to tell them, let's go into the forest more and let your feet touch the grass a little, please. And you have this other side of women who think, oh, she just gave me permission to be more, hugging the trees or whatever, and they are already only hugging all the trees
Yeah.
and thinking that if they stay on the yoga mat for long enough, it will all magically fall in their lap.
Yeah.
If you're someone like that, then you must be honest and have a great look in the mirror and know that you can have it like that. But I think most of my work with myself is like deep deconditioning. And yeah, firsthand that isn't, yeah, it isn't fun, it isn't beautiful. It's really the unsexy work. It's
Yeah.
sexual energy work, but it's really unsexy, and it's ugly and whatever. And that's the work I
Yeah.
do and my clients do. And because of that, you can be a lot in nature. You can be a lot with your client, with your children,
Yeah.
but you have to be with your own mind as
Yeah.
well, and with the big desire, and then be in that moment. Yeah, and almost let it move through your body. But for that, you have to be in the body, and it has to be safe in the body. And that's where the sexual energy work comes in.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm just like tingling all over, and it's just so, oh, such a juicy conversation. And I know that when people listen to this, Cindy, they'll be taking notes, because what you're saying is just total gold, and is just a little insight into how you created a business that it on your terms, your way, and it's thriving and it's blossoming and blooming, and so are you, and so's your family. Like you are holding all these beautiful things, and you're expanding, and it's just like it's magic. It's just all the time listening, unraveling all the stuff, and like you say, it's not always beautiful, but it's essential, isn't it, for our expansion. Yeah, totally amazing. So tell everyone where they can find you and yeah, all the bits and pieces.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram under, yeah, just Cindy Stal or Cindy Stal. How did you say it? Stal?
I
So,
said Stal. Do you
yeah. Or cindystal.com, and you can find the Pussy Oracle there, and then you will go to my shop, Sexual Healing Empire, and there you could order the deck if you're interested. And no matter where you are in this world, we can ship to you. She has already, yeah, she has been shipped to so many countries already, so we probably got you, and if not, just let me know and we'll work it out. Yeah, but follow me on Facebook or on Instagram. I think I'm more of a Facebook woman because I can just spill all the characters that I want to type and don't have to think about how many characters Instagram limits me. But yeah, you can find me everywhere, I think.
Yeah, fantastic. So also drop your links in as well, Cindy. And then of course, anyone and everyone that's watching this and you adore Cindy, do reach out to her, buy some of these cards because they are just incredible. And I'm just going to show you one more because they just, oh, I keep picking those same ones because they're obviously calling me.
Yeah, maybe we should draw one for everyone who's
Yeah,
listening to this conversation.
let's draw one. I think you're right. Yeah, we'll just draw a final card to say thank you for being here and
Yeah.
to celebrate these beautiful cards and this creation of all that they are. Oh, and look at this one. Oh my gosh, I love her. Own your worth, heart opener, power in your softness, and trust yourself. And look at her beauty, her softness. And I think that's what you're really all about is the soft feminine. It's not doing, but it's doing it your soft, beautiful, personal, unique way that just makes it work. Yeah,
Mhm.
amazing,
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, it's just always amazing to see you and lovely to chat. And yeah, if you're watching this and you've got any questions for Cindy, do drop them in or reach out to her and do buy a pack of these cards because you're going to love them and they're going to serve you for a very long time. So yeah, I can't get enough of them. Okay, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you.